Next guest we bring on the Splash of Gas is the Cup Series winner from Richmond and now playoff bound, driver of the number 3 Chevy for Richard Childress Racing, the NASCAR Cup Series, Austin-Dillon. Thank you so much for taking the time to join the show, Austin. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course. Coming into Richmond, you had a rough day in Indy, but rebound with a P10 finish at Iowa and P15 at Watkins Glen. You scored the win in Richmond last year, but as we know, NASCAR took away your playoff bid from that win. How were you honestly feeling coming back to Richmond this year?
Well, I was excited for sure. There was a lot of emotions going on getting to that point, and we were able to execute, and it was a fairy tale, really. I can't believe that it all worked out the way it did, and God's timing is perfect, man.
Got that right. Awesome. Once you got on the track, you're 11th fastest in practice, and you qualify 11th as well. Did the team make any adjustments, and how was the three feeling going to green?
Yeah, I thought we progressively got better throughout the night. I thought practice we had a really capable car, but still wanted to tweak on it, and I think we made slight adjustments that just the track came to us as it got darker and more rubber got let down.
Okay, gotcha. Appreciate you touching on that. Like many others, you elect to split the first stage and pit on lap 35. You get past several cars and finish stage one fourth. What did the first stage tell you about your car and the tire wear there?
Well, I felt like we had a better short run car than last year. I was a bit worried about the longer runs, but we were able to manage those. The takeoff speed was nice to have when we got the lead and really kind of stretched it out. So, yeah, I was pretty confident from those restarts into stage two to hold on to that fourth place finish there at the end of stage two.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you passed Priest there, and then you just like you said, finished stage two fourth. As someone knows what it takes to win in NASCAR's highest level, coming into Richmond 28th in the playoff standings, what was your mindset for the final stage there, going into that?
Well, it was just, grinding it out, like really just trying to be smart about hitting my marks, being on point, staying focused, and trying to cut as much lap time as possible in any way possible. When you get to lap traffic, timing those lap cars is really tough. And we did a good job of just executing, getting on and off pit road.
You guys were smooth on that all night for sure. You take the lead in stage three early. Crew chief Richard Boswell has you pit on lap 291, and then from the lead with 60 to go, you take back the lead with 51 to go and start to put a gap in between you and Blaney. As the laps counted down, and once you saw the checkered flag, what were you feeling? Must have felt pretty good with the way things ended last year.
Oh, for sure. I mean, counting down the laps for my spotter, I really tried to just stay in the game, because last year I feel like emotionally I had a lot going on during the laps when they were counting down. I had to go through that caution. Felt like this year I was prepared. If something did happen, I was in a better state. I really didn't release any emotions till I crossed the checkered flag. It was nice to see the white flag, but even then, I wanted to get to the checkered.
Gotcha. Yeah, and in the post-race interview, you seemed pumped and really focused. So appreciate you touching on that. Heard you say on the radio in the second stage that you felt like the bottom lane was working best for you on the longer runs. Would you say the same?
Yeah, for sure. I think our car handled well in the bottom. I think that is more often than not the the line that I've been able to be successful with at Richmond.
Okay, gotcha. This win locks you and the three into the playoffs. What does the win mean for you and everyone at RCR?
Well, it's huge for RCR, for every employee at RCR. Competing with the biggest teams out there at the highest level, and proving that we can go to victory lane and execute. And the first round of the playoffs is really sets up nice for my team, and I'm excited to get into that. And those are three great tracks for us.
10-4. Before you get into the playoffs, you have Daytona this Saturday to wrap up the regular season. You've won there multiple times before. How are you feeling and looking forward to going back there?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Daytona. Obviously, I think our focus will switch to that 18, trying to get Kyle into the playoffs and giving them as much support as we can, and try and also get a bonus point for the playoffs would be nice for us.
Gotcha. Would be nice to have two of the RCR cars in the playoffs for sure. You just mentioned the first round of the playoffs. When the first round starts, Darlington, Gateway, then Bristol. Between those three tracks, you have four top fives and 11 top tens. How are you going to get the number three into the round of 12?
Well, I think execution. It literally comes back to that. These races are so tight from a speed standpoint. Everyone runs the same speed, so you have to out execute people, put yourself in good positions, and I think that's the key. Is trying to out execute those that you're around.
Gotcha. Seems like executed pretty well in Richmond. Hopefully, you continue that into the playoffs. Last question. Saturday night was the first time the three car has led 100 laps in the Cup Series since Dale did that in the '98 Daytona 500. You're someone who's grown up with racing in your blood. What does it mean for you to continue to race for your grandfather's team, Richard Childress, and drive the fame number three?
Well, it's so special, the belief that he's had in me, and to stick with me and give me the opportunities that he's given me. It feels great to repay him. And, this is one of the strongest teams I've had in the Cup Series. And I'm hoping to get that Freedom victory more often.
Gotcha. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Austin. We'll be in Daytona myself. Hope to see you there, and God bless and safe travels. All right.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
Yep. You too. Thank you.